kicking it off over on Lotus. And back to one of their older comps over on the FUT side. It brings the waylay in for xeus, and I'm always singing the praises of his waylay. It's not gone great to start with, although, well, he's still going to get the first kill.
Yeah, FUT coming in, looking for vengeance after being sent down and then out. Over in Masters London, Derke and Chronicle able to trade back a couple kills, and now we're in a 2 versus 3, leaving Sayonara alone as Chronicle falls, but he knows Sociable's isolated up close. No help anywhere near. How many credits does such and such player have at this point? And I'll trust you to
make it up. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, to make it up.
Because you'll never be able to tell. Either way, Sayonara is going to get the plant. KROSTALY is in a decent position. He was clutch as hell in the game versus BBL. The man was one of the main reasons that they took that series over the line, and Sayonara now in a bit of an off angle, waiting patiently. And
now they've seen someone close on Mount. I'm guessing that they're going to go back. This looks like it should be a stack, but they've killed one, heard nothing in return. This might prompt them to explore this seaside.
It's a bait from sociablE. Is this something that you'll see from him regularly? Trying to be the man making the play, and in this essence he was selling himself down the river. You see a deep smoke, you see a passive position, and one. It's going to be a little bit of additional damage. So bear in mind there's 3 rifles, 1 more kill for KROSTALY, and he's made this round costly. Another one, he's made it exceptionally costly. Spoke about this man being clutch, but I mostly meant it in the last round.
Classics alongside it, but they plant the seed with sociablE up in that corner. That gets them this fight. They break out the flash point that should have just been damaged. KROSTALY turned that into a 1 round and a big advantage early on. FUT have a full buy. Vitality certainly don't. A Bucky, couple pistols, some bandits bought up, but the rifles here are massively outgunning everything on the Look at the space Sop's taken. He's all the way up on A. That means they've got numbers ready for the C here,
Sop's position still holds so much value, but even after connecting that shot, he'll leave his second player low, but it was a quick enough reaction that the second shot didn't do enough.
Yeah, that was the danger, right? Sop actually finding something in that position. Maybe if he had a rifle, he would have. Then that causes problems. Vitality get punished for the map control they've left open. Instead, they get an advantage ×2. Low HP. It could easily swing back in the other direction for Derke, for Jamppi, and now for Chronicle, but winning these battles by this thin of a margin seems to be enough. We could have a flawless round coming through from Vitality, a big chance to bolster that bank account, but yetujey's at least going to make it costly. The thing is, they have enough credits on the defense.
Around from Derke as well that should make this round sealed, although yetujey's predicting it doesn't matter. Jamppi won't be quite as lucky if he was to take this same fight in the next round. But ult-wise, it's firmly in the favor of Vitality. Waiting for the contact. KROSTALY's timing definitely not the best. He's walked directly in, but has a teammate to support. Showstopper will remove him. Sop unable to connect anything. And this B site now firmly under their control. Now there is a wraparound coming in from sociablE, but it kind of comes down to timing at this point. He may even want to try and open the door, try and bait some players to look back in the other direction. A smoke, a paranoia through, but already Derke has won another fight on that forward front. sociablE can only trade one, and Derke is just frying.
Working, like the timing catching KROSTALY with the ult execute on a really crucially economic round for FUT. It gave them a big upper hand, 4-2, but now the refight from FUT, now the weapons in hand, the ult's committed, and for Sop, it looks too easy. He's running riot around rubble and putting them into a 5v2. Yeah, Vitality aren't the only team that can pop some ultis and run it down.
Can they get the spike? They have. That's at least a small win from what was a devastating start to the round. The convergence path catching almost everybody, and when you have Sop running at you with an overdrive, you already have problems. sociablE is still looking to play aggressively around this smoke. It even seems like Vitality are aware of the potential of this aggression, and then they push back through themselves. They turn it back to a 2v2. KROSTALY is still here, but they're expecting players to be around this angle. Of course they are. There's the spike around there. And Chronicle's now got his third of the round. from what was a devastating 2v4 now turns well to a 1v1, a little bit ahead of the curve.
Oh,
And
yetujey hit Sayonara. So he realized, oh, he's right there, and then sprayed a little ahead of it. Really nice work, and the aggression continues into this round. A few missed shots, and Vitality are given a chance that they're keen to capitalize on.
I'm getting flashbacks to when we saw Liquid playing on this map, just running it down in towards the spawn, but Vitality are able to hold out from the onslaught of aggression. Even still, yetujey in a clutch scenario.
The angle, patience
from
from
Derke.
Too low. A showstopper to work with, not the round 4, but with the up in hand. He's got him locked down and locked in. There should be no chance now. yetujey needs to land these kills quickly. He's found the first. It's getting dangerous, but Sayonara, still as a mouse, will eventually find the kill.
And this match feels even on paper, excluding that history, but
fear in the back of their mind. Vitality forced to pick up the pace to walk into the pistols. Paranoia to delay. Stun does wonderfully for Zeus. Trading back is all they need, and with the pit down on B, there's no chance to go back. Vitality need to pressure this A site. They need to get past. Sociable, the blast pack out, gets the first for Derke. 7 seconds though. Someone needs to defend that plant. KROSTALY gets in just in time to take Derke down, to deal damage. By FUT, but a loss is a loss here. Ultimates coming into this one. They've got 4 on Vitality, and of course the same combo that won them the B site, got these streaks of rounds really going, is used on C. Nobody there this time. FUT do avoid at least the first leg of the push, but Vitality have plenty of ground to stand on here. In goes the Steel Garden. Chronicle swinging with Derke, and it's Jamppi even to find the kill. There were 3 men on that one fight. Zeus sold down the river. And a man down, but they have traded the damage for it. This is still recoverable, but look how quickly Vitality pulled that advantage back into their court. Yeah, they've got some scars, but more than enough advantage.
On the same page, the retakes.
30 seconds left.
Been a little bit more down to individuals. Unfortunately, their gamble this time has been completely wrong. yetujey, the only man anywhere near the action, and his attempt to be cheeky ahead of 4 players waiting for him on the site. Well, good luck with that.
Well, I'm guessing they didn't discuss Zeus being ahead of the pack last round in too much detail. There being a feature here as well. Trying to make a play, though, with the pistols, I think is a bit more acceptable than when you have a big ultimate for retaking and you just run at them in the buy round. Now, Zeus has done well. Okay, now it's getting a little bit dangerous. PROFEK in the smoke, flying under the radar. Strikes from above, but Zeus had rounded with the rifle. It's Sayonara alone. He's heard the TP.
Didn't even connect onto PROFEK, but he just doesn't realize that half the enemy team has managed to dive behind him on the back of the site. Like, look, you can see him looking around and just has absolutely no idea that Zeus is still there.
There were 2 players on his screen, by the way. Like when he turned
to be desired. A very aggressive piece of pressure placed early on A. It's risky. That is going to pay off. Ooh. It's going to pay off massively. It looked like when that Viper screen dropped that they would die. Instead, they traded 1 player out for 3.
Yeah, Zeus, the start of this round, pushing up. But it's the fact that you have Sop holding that right side angle when the wall goes down. Zeus on the other, ready to take them regardless of which angle they come from. That wall's advantage thinned out, and now the spike on the floor gives KROSTALY the call to get sociable by his side. He's got backup now. And for PROFEK, well, smoking it off is about the best that he can do up against the sky. This mighty sat further away. 14 seconds. And even though he's blinded too,
10 seconds
actually, he's going to get the plant. I don't think they can deny that, but he's looking for the fight, and the Paranoia's made that a very difficult fight to take. Make sure you get them before they're gone. And for FUT, well, the first half, it looked good. With 5 on the board, it could have been more, and the pistol here could help them out to close the gap.
Full firefights within the first 3 seconds of the round. And a clean, convincing pickup from Vitality. But as we've already seen... Back to your rank games, please. It's already a mess. I don't need people with that level of ego.
Ranks broke me.
I agree. I think someone on the next map should play Reyna. Either way, it is almost a full buy-in for Vitality. They've got a couple of Bulldogs. Sure, they've got some lighter shields. But a good opportunity for them to convert this and basically get onto the yellow brick road all the way to closing the map. A great start, but early trades from FUT. In fact, at least from Sayonara, he's opted to fall back, but Derke was initially sticking around. It seems like the plan from the defense is to maybe group up and play the remainder as more of a retake. But I am looking at the potential backstab coming through from yetujey. The problem, though, is once again he's going to be caught by the vice wall.
I don't know why sociablEE knew it was free to TP in through that door, but he's gotten himself a great position. Trade out happens, but the flank through from yetujey is the real danger here. The thing is, I think the wall is there. I think it's spotted him now. They've got the info to work with, but that might not matter. KROSTALY's going to come and plant on the B site now, and it's going to be together for FUT in this 2 versus 1 Chronicle. Only a flash to work with, but hold on. Whoa! KROSTALY was welcome when his back turned. He turned around just in time, but Chronicle's quicker on the shot. 1 versus 1. His blind finds nothing. Dots together. Yeah.
But they want more people to be there because there's more people to kill.
Ah, more orbs for sociablE's ult. Yeah, well, if they get anything done here, I'll be impressed. They have at least gotten to the site. Good flash. PROFEK's down, but the trade from Sayonara only gets 1. Now I'm getting a little bit worried, but remember, Derke still has that showstopper. And Jamppi's already found 1. That C's on the site's caught, and all the showstoppers missed. But luckily, he picks up the pieces with the spam. We're back down to a 2v2, though. Trading out, looking good for FUT so far. The final piece will be caught by Derke.
They're trying to out-mind game opponents who are just going, I think they're there. And then when they die, like literally this round is them diving into a stacked site and it comes down to 1v1. Because they're just trading off each other. They're going aggressively together. They're playing in tandem. Come up too often. Oh. An early TP to the back of site, and Sop has just pretty much aim-checked Jamppi. You can't fall asleep at the wheel when you're up against FUT. That's a fact. And this post-plant, unfortunately, now becomes a lot more difficult. No Nightfall available for them to utilize in this round, and unless Chronicle can get a kill, I don't think they'll have any ults to play with.
Well, for FUT, the direct approach worked. The gamble TP from sociablEE. He's had a few of those old sore shrouded steps, but working out more often than not. yetujey in a bit of a risky spot, but this wall will go down, and Derke is going to be surprised. Unfortunately, his reaction time seems to be a little bit better. That was clean as can be. He's down to 30. And still a 4v4 in the retake. At this point, I think Vitality are definitely just looking to make it costly. And they won't do too well towards the spawn, at least to start. PROFEK. Oh, he makes it costly!
To go into Haven. And all in all, why don't we just listen to what they're saying?
Flash atacağım yine. CT.
Otursana.
CT'ye one way attım. CT Doğan'ın yanına git, Doğan'ın yanına git. Water'dan cross'um.
Water'dan koru, God kurdum. Arkayı alacağım ben sonra.
Sen Water'ı al ya, arka.
Tamam. Paradayası yok beyler. Aldım, sal. Tamam, çok iyi. If she wasn't
Dog.
again. Okay, nice.
Hey,
Stefan, I'm gonna recon. Yeah, wait. Ulting them. 3, 2, 1. One more. Yes, I'm gonna go.
I smoke, guys.
Close range. Nice. Nice, 2-1.
Enemy remaining.
He was looking close, he should be side, he was looking close.
Water.
Bro, retakes incredible. Good job, boys. Nice. Nice.
Guys, shoot me!
I like that. I hope you're proud of that one, Tom. 12-6. 6 chances to close this out for Vitality, and it doesn't look like they'll need too many. They've gone aggressive on C-Long. Up against the low buy, it's a risky play, but they want to end this one with Flare, and they want to help Chronicle, who's all alone. He's being praised, taken out his classic, and he's won the fight! Oh my goodness! He's feeling confident, but maybe they should be cautious instead. That spike is recovered. Nice TP by sociablEE, gets into the site, gets a plant now for FUT. And a 3v3, remember they started this with lots of pistols, lots of weaknesses. Now 2 of them have rifles.
The best rounds are with weaknesses. Give them the pistols and they shall thrive. Which makes me wonder if this retake's gonna go Vitality's way. Done well so far. Happy to let that clock tick back down, but the close range position of the SMG, has it been spotted, is patient from Jamppi. Clever, but he does. Oh, okay! He didn't expect the second player, but it doesn't matter. It's a whip from Sociable, and Jamppi won. From Team Vitality, their map choice. Well,
for Vitality, they start on the attack, and we will look elsewhere. Perhaps for those shining performances. Jamppi shining bright enough to blind his teammates. Now stuck in the corner, the blind caught him, and well, it's Chronicle to save his life, containing Zeus's aggression and maybe getting them into the C site. But FUT are looking like they want to play ahead of this. Unfortunately for yetujey, that hasn't worked out, and well, the damage adding up in favor of Vitality by quite a margin.
yeah, in a very good position.
Vitality relatively clean.
Peek in mid.
There's nothing on C.
Four still long.
Way late
One
bottom
under
mid.
window.
Yes. Amenaku, he's on top B. He's gonna swing you.
Nice, nice.
One was top B. But guys, I really think you should contact C long. Contact C long, please.
I'm gonna pick front B though.
He was
I'm
on
coming
top.
to you, bro.
Yeah.
Don't see.
He should have
I will
camera
keep
top C,
walking.
so...
You want to go maybe through garage then?
You're...
One more maybe.
Wait. I'm holding front B.
Okay.
Yeah, Omen was B.
I think we finish front B here.
Okay. No problem. Checking tops. I don't see.
30
I'll check right.
seconds left.
I don't see anything.
Don't see.
I reveal close.
Scanning ahead.
Across.
He's picking up
Last
timing.
player
I have the
standing.
spike.
Spike down B.
Keep it garage window.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Jamppi's to work with. Clearing that space should never really be a problem. Now, they are moving towards C long. This is a big danger for Sociable as the pressure comes on, and he will eliminate the first Jamppi. There's to be no second without that ult pop.
That's worth the kill, and look at the rotation already. 3 players within this site. Sop has done damage, he goes for more, but again, it's damage, but it's kills going the other way. PROFEK able to hold the line. The low HP players do have to be careful though.
30
That's one for
seconds
yetujey already.
Never out of a position where it can find value for the most part. Their rotation to C is slower, but when you've got a man here, it doesn't really matter. Straight in with the ultimate. Jamppi meets the first, but the judge that we talked about is in play, and in Sociable's hands, it looks deadly. yetujey quickly trading out on the site, that rotation paying off, and the numbers advantage there for FUT. A 1 versus 2, and Sayonara still has to plant the spike.
Yeah. Sop's flank actually ends up saving Sociable as well. That's why that judge player now has a gun in hand. Sayonara maybe still expecting players to be coming in from the spawn. It's both players have been spotted on the other side, but I guess he still expected there to be some sort of long wrap around. Sop already going to be getting that one to half, needs to be spammed, and
Crucial round as well, as their economy was being pushed to the limits. It is still being challenged here. Vitality, well, it could honestly help them in this round, but they might not have it. Sop had already taken it.
Their own economy hanging in the balance, and Sop, yeah, you know, 46 HP.
Of course, they decide to save, and that's where FUT say, you know what, we've got a couple credits to spare, potentially. It's definitely got 2 players trained in on the angle. Even if he comes swinging, you've got a decent chance of taking him down, but that setup's being spotted. Hunter's Fury now fired in on the back of it. A little low to start with, but now he's caught KROSTALY, and Chronicle is there to pick him up after the tag. That tour de force, try as you might to avoid it.
30 seconds
They're
left.
given no choice but to feed Kron, and a couple weapons eaten up by Vitality here gives them a pretty convincing upper hand.
That's whether or not FUT even want to challenge for this one. yetujey seems to. I'm also looking at the overdrive. Sop might just look to try and break the gap, but with them already being trapped and losing players left and right, it only makes sense that to hold on to the weaponry, but yeah, the second that tag came through, that was enough for the activation. And of course for Jamppi, he wants to make sure that ult is ready. It now is.
Well, PROFEK's certainly on his trail. It's up quickly. We've lost A, so pressure put into the B side. I did think Jamppi would be linking up with Garage, and he might do all the way around. Nobody on B, and now they realize that that's because someone's home in Garage.
The 2, in fact. They had the space on the B site, but they were looking elsewhere. Chronicle's now been spotted, and they're being surrounded. This is a lot more disjointed than I originally expected it to be. The run it back got almost nothing other than information, but they didn't really play off of that information and gave those fights over individually.
Spike down mid.
Instead, now it's left all onto Jamppi, the man who kicked off with that aggressive player into the B site. He's now got 4 to find, and wow, Sop, of course, is
Re-aggression.
can't get out this time.
No, there's no way back, but he is going forward instead. Sayonara instantly reacts the second that trap is tripped, but Zeus claps back onto Jamppi. Losing the Phoenix is tough there, but the trade at least makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, it looked like pretty much everything that could have gone wrong for Zeus did go wrong, but he still comes out in a 1-for-1 trade. The walk up as well from Sop. We said this throughout. There's always a second layer, and he normally is the man to continue that aggression. Trip's going to be broken, but this is Chronicle attempting to sell a fake. This time they want to try and challenge further in towards that B site. And they will get the plant. There's not much yetujey can do about there. Instead, he looks to try and fight the player up top and gets caught by PROFEK.
Good timing on the deep side push. Look at what's happening down on mid, though. Sop and Chronicle. It's all going to be about the timing of this one. Macron's just tucked in that corner, a wall up as well. For Sop, this becomes very difficult. He'll approach with pace, but a backstab seals his fate. TP from sociablEE works out wonderfully. No smoke to play with, but look at that plant position. Kron's got to run, he's got to sprint, he's got to fire through the smoke, and it will be KROSTALY!
From behind the mid, didn't he?
Yeah, I suppose, but I imagine there was a smile on his face towards the end of the round. Recovery looking wonderful now for Sop. Opening pick, Hunter's Fury even fired through for FUT. They're looking to hammer home this victory, and KROSTALY's instantly ready for this deep dive on B. Cancels the ult early. This re-aggression, though, from Sop, it's a little bit too far.
Yeah, that is the game you get with Sop. He giveth, he taketh. Sometimes he taketh a little bit too much. Convergence path ready. The problem is there's a lot of angles that will be left unclear. yetujey waiting, but that's not a fight that he really wants to be taking. The operator is going to clear him out. Paranoia has made it awkward. There goes the dive in, though. This time, the ultimate does connect. The convergence path giving an advantage. sociablEE spam fails and puts it back into a 2v2. Chronicle's been doing fantastically well with this operator, but he needs a little more, and he is giving it, leaving just one. Zeus did well in the initial retake, but now Chronicle shows that patience, shows that experience, and even shows a little love tap. It's going to clock. A fake being sold towards the A site. Well, that fake has ended very quickly indeed.
30 seconds left.
Now with the smoke falling, this becomes a problem. They're diving in towards a site that still has 2 players within it. One of those is sociablEE. The other, do they expect yetujey? No, they do not. They thought maybe it'd be a one-man defense. It has been quite often, and then PROFEK is caught in the back. Chronicle's been incredible, but this would have to be...
Well, the run it back is going to be the point of contact. yetujey under pressure. He's got the reveal at least, and he's going to let that ultimate run by. Punish Derke behind, and then that TP from sociablEE. I said he's been crazy today. From Vitality at the halftime. And one man who is feeling good now, let's see how he felt earlier, is Vlad, the coach of Team FUT. We had a chat with him before this match. Let's see what he had to say. Have a little listen in with the boys for the pistol.
Back in a flash.
I'm behind the guy.
Smoke nokta biri. TT bakıyorum ben. Ölmedin, CT'ye gitsene de beraber. CT'ye alın, backside'e alın.
Kanka şu an gerek yok gibi ya.
Double door öldü.
Gerek yok.
TT sendeyim.
Gel Altuş gel.
Sendeyim.
Nerede oğlum? Long'da adam mı var?
Çıkmış, longa çıkmış evet.
Aa solumda.
TT geldi.
Piklemiyorum.
Tamam,
Pikleme gerek yok.
TT geldi. Kontağına çıkacağım abi.
Kontağıma çıkın aynen. CT'ye de siz double cross, Okan da double'a bakıyor. Çok iyi. Ben de şu an. Tamam kontağım açık ya, kaldım burada.
Hakem sana hakem vurdum Chamber'a.
One enemy.
We love to see
It's
it.
actually his favorite agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was
I've
telling
actually heard
me.
the opposite, but
You misheard.
oh, my bad.
What I say is final. Anyway, here is Derke on his favorite agent of Jet, and at the moment he's just watching. His teammates have managed to start this round off with a bang. Jamppi and Sayonara combining.
So far it's been around here or there. Aggressive stance from Vitality. They look for the mid fight off rip, and they get some damage out of it. But for
Sociable.
FUT,
And the longer that they take, the closer their opponents are eventually going to get. But they are waiting for that mistake, waiting for someone to make a move. And I imagine if this trip is broken, that might be the trigger point. But because Derke got round it, they've heard everything, though. Yetujey is so well placed. This probably gives them the realization, but never mind. He got baited by the steps instead. Now, where's Sociable going? You know you've lost that control. And for what was looking like a free plum with all the info, sure, they got some info, but they lost half their team.
yeah, that's a big fumble from FUT, and now xeus and KROSTALY are the men left to pick up the pieces. What's left of xeus, I should say. He's not looking too healthy. He can take a shot, but that's about it.
Last player standing.
And he's going to have to weather a big storm. And the realm's a possibility. Derke's pushed up Molly for the close corner, but what they don't know is Yetujey is waiting, was waiting. He's given the game away, though, and Derke won't let that opportunity slip.
And now FUT have to move. You've lost all of your flank control. You've lost all map control. Your opponent's going to be breathing down your neck in a second, so you have to get into that site, and they do. And they catch Chronicle before he's able to escape. They're still looking for a little bit more, though. Maybe knowing that the ult was coming, they try and get aggressive, and well, the trade out is more than worthwhile. Sayonara has also done a little bit of additional damage, giving them that man advantage. Derke, he thinks he's got the drop on them, but he's completely wrong. KROSTALY was still watching. Sociable's also caught PROFEK. This goes even once again from a position that looks so favorable. It's quickly diminished. And they're still hunting for where Sociable is, but he's wrapped all the way around. KROSTALY now going to be used as bait. He's going to swing, and there's Sociable straight off the back of it. And that time getting desperately low. So much still for Sayonara to do, and will he even get the final kill?
That's what got them the previous round. Now, we're about to see what happens when Kron's still alive. When push comes to shove, and he gets ahead of the issue, finding one, looking for more! And Sop, no chance to stun. It's
Convergence path in a post plant is incredibly irritating to play against. It can slow you to a halt, make things incredibly awkward. Vitality did well initially to force them back with the angles. They're trying to bait that all out, but they are waiting for contact to be made. There is the contact, but it's sold one down the river. xeus needs to go ham, and he gets absolutely nothing for it.
being afraid with that TP
get hit by the
in the back of his mind, but now that trip destroyed, he can't TP anymore. Now he's stunned. What does he do now? Gets stunned, gets pressured, and doesn't get away with anything. That is a big punish until Sayonara steps in with two. Jamppi fills in the space on the site. They're so aggressive with that ultimate in play, of course, but it won't find much. Still, the advantage is there for Vitality.
Sayonara. A-site has been insane, but there's a wrap. How does Derke get nothing? That looked like a surefire kill. Look at the HP. He's made it easy, at least, for the remaining players. Sayonara with his third of the round, jumping down, though, caught by Sociable. He's still healthy. He hasn't taken anywhere near as much of a tag. And now deals PROFEK the same amount of damage, almost even into this final fight. A 1v1 that determines who is going to take the lead, and it seems like PROFEK has no...
won't be punished. Tour de force online for Kron. They've already pushed up on A. Look at Yetujey. He's got a good position, but Derke has picked him off anyways. They found the snake in the grass.
Yeah, he's been caught a lot. Vitality has done well to deal with the lurk of Yetujey throughout this game. Not been able to hold ground, and it gives a lot in terms of this retake. Tour de force already online, but it's that Hunter's Fury. Can clear so many angles, almost a timing pick, but there goes the Hunter's Fury. One player just trying to survive and dive back. Now the Hunter's Fury on the other side. They leveled things up for a moment, and Derke is getting tagged desperately low, but he still stands. The remaining players just looking to play the time. Sociable, looking to play ahead of it. He doesn't care about the clock. He wants to deal death, but instead, he falls to Derke as well. The Beast has been waking up the Shock Dart. It got one. There's a chance, but they're still defusing. Someone needs to get this, and it's over the line. Defused right in front of their noses.
But he doesn't find much this time. A little bit of a tag. Convergence path already sent him out. They knew what was coming, and Vitality are simply allowing that space to be taken. Blade Storm for Derke to fight back in, and they're ready to pounce on Garage. But FUT have taken this in a one-dimensional approach. There is no second layer to it. There is no lurk through mid, as Vitality are finding out. But with this Cosmic Divide, FUT have no chance to go back. If you play on long, you've lost the round. Instead, they fight forward. They try to keep Vitality in those choke points, and at least for now, it's working.
Well. Yeah, they threw a stun in from Zeus. It slowed them ever further, and KROSTALY, now with the judge up close, it's all falling apart. A big opportunity for FUT to turn this and take us to a third map, which just moments ago was not looking too likely. They got baited out previously. They're even spamming through the wall, expecting somebody to have pushed up in that corner. So I guess Zeus should be checked, but it's the second layer, that operator that's now holding in. I don't think anybody's going to expect this to still be here, and that's Sayonara down with a spike. Zeus is that second player, but he's not looking to stick around, not looking to get too greedy, or maybe he is. He swings back out for more. Doesn't just hold onto the ground. Swing out, doesn't get anything, and yetujey is able to correct just in time. It's Jamppi and Derke, 30 seconds. All right, so didn't expect anybody to be here, but neither did Jamppi. And now it's left all onto Derke. Spike, at least in his hands, but with a paranoia thrown straight through. They don't actually react to it. Maybe not quite on the same page here. They will, however, have a flank and... What? Okay, for a second that got dangerous, but thankfully leaves him without any shields. But you can say the same for Sop. That's very interesting on the Neon on the attack. No shields operator, clearly feeling like a counter is there. A spam wallbang after spotting out Chronicle was enough to clear him. That is a big piece taken off the table early on, and you can see that the rest of the players on Vitality are thinking, how do we react to this? A swing out from Jamppi will get one, but he needs more, and unfortunately they are losing players elsewhere at the same.
Has a star, but can even get it down on time. Will be towards short. Sayonara under pressure, uses the smoke for cover. But PROFEK going down means that the Wonder Child's got to do it all alone. They're trying to bait him out, suspecting that he stepped in that smoke. They've got the right read on it, and they will just block him out. They've maybe given up on this, though. No one's watching for now, at least. Okay, well, now that game has been given up. No way out for Sayonara. The spam battle. Focus towards mid. FUT have the right read, and the utility should be strong. A flash that could pop out at any moment. The paranoia alongside it, both catching Derke. Sending us into a 4v4. Split on mid here. Jamppi needs to cross to the rest of the crew, and he's caught as he even attempts to step towards the edge of that box. Bullets come flying through. Chronicle's last man alive. 4 to take down, and a spike wide in the open. And just insult to injury, yetujey is flanking him.
He had a fantastic previous map. This would have to be some of the best shots
I have in the past.
Oh, hello. Very aggressive. This is a weak buy, by the way, from FUT. They haven't been able to upgrade any of that weaponry. And what could have been an even trade is now all of their weaponry gone from the round. Only the pistols remain. Chronicle's locked in on the angle. The yetujey tried to bait his shots. Give anything away, eventually their opponents will likely have to move. Yeah, the flash could be popped in their face. It's going to be the one, but it needs to be so much more.
Had a chance in the previous. Now with the full investment, it should be even better. As Derke, oh my goodness, the pace from Vitality. That's outrageous. They have just taken the site seconds in. Well, let's see how they handle this with the listen in the 5v3.
One in the smoke on me, heaven, guys. Get it out, maybe.
Out. I'm seizing them.
Yeah.
Your years in.
They're going to move quick.
Yeah, burst indeed. It's all out aggression from Vitality. The run it back, clearing the A side up close. KROSTALY standing his ground, but the spams come through, and they are quickly converting an ultimate for a 2-man advantage. And any thought of using that showstopper might now be leaving the minds of FUT. Zeus, well, hold on. Hello. It depends. Now the odds look in their favor. yetujey slows down with the snakebite. Showstopper on call, and it's fired onto Sayonara. Down goes the fade. Down goes the spike, and down go the chances for Vitality in this round. What a recovery. PROFEK now to pick up the...
Absolute lunatic. And it looks like we might get the same again.
Oh,
hyper-aggression, but this time Sociable's managed to TP pass. But again, the first 2 kills are not the defining factor of the round.
Oh, Chronicle seems to be taking this on his own back, but he's taking that straight to his front. Sop firing his laser through. Look at the damage onto Sayonara and PROFEK. And whilst these two look to run down the clock to hopefully find a wide open A site, I thought the problem would be FUT were sticking together, but now Zeus is on his own. That a man that is not afraid to take risks today, and by goodness, they're paying off a lot.
Yeah, it seems to be he is just the most all or nothing player on when opponents aren't ready for a play like that.
Well, PROFEK gonna try to take a leaf out of his book, and, well, Sociable would be proud if he was still playing with PROFEK. Instead, he's probably stressed as he finds himself sitting outside the B site while many attackers flood into it, gonna try to join the pack, but they've rejected their former teammate this time, and yetujey, well, he's been impressive, and he will be yet again with that.
It doesn't work out for them at all.
Well, on the upside, yetujey is gonna get to keep. Still spotting that there's a lurker outside A for FUT at this point. They've burned up a fair bit of utility, and it looks like he'll make up for that with an aggressive stance. That's a Phantom that he's spamming those, or sorry, a Vandal that he's spamming those smokes
should be
with.
a Phantom.
Yeah.
Only just making their way towards this B site, and there's still 3 players around this avenue.
But they don't have paranoia, they don't have snake bite, they don't have a lot to slow them down anymore. In fact, the nade even gone, so it's got to be heads up duels, and that gives Vitality a chance. Trading back, Viper's Pit available, could be put in to try to recover this round. 16 seconds, a plant needs to be found soon. Chronicle is holding the line, but they just need to take down Sayonara, and this becomes an awkward round. Instead, Sayonara is the one to find one, and with the pit to play into.
And he's like, what have you done? But yeah, and another brilliant turnaround. You're looking at that as what? The 4v2 or even a 5v2? Like, this should have been FUT's round, if anything. It just tells FUT that they're probably not on A.
Oh, ships in the night, KROSTALY. He snuck right past, but he's been caught! Sayonara and PROFEK, they've given the upper hand to Vitality. That looked like a real danger. Rocks on the coast, but masterfully navigated by Vitality in the end. 2 pieces of aggression. The second picking up the slack, and barely a mistake to report here. Okay, an attempt of their own to sneak through, but even right now, look at the clump of players heading this way.
Ooh, okay. The extra style points for landing off the showstopper and killing the second player. I thought it was going to be a one and done. Instead, an advantage built up by Zeus. Of course, there's still a lot of vulnerabilities when it comes to the weaponry, but I'm more looking at yetujey. That flank is coming in thick and fast, but the C's has worked wonders. It's caused a lot of issues, and it's meant Sop goes down alongside his teammate. That flank is coming, but he just doesn't have the weapon for it. It has to be the classic. One goes his way, but yeah, with a pretty hefty lead.
Yeah, for Vitality, we're starting to be reminiscent of map number 1. It certainly looks like a big improvement on what we saw in Haven. And this stage has been all about chasing those improvements. During the halftime, let's hear a little bit more about that as we spoke.
Smoke thrown in. 4 players waiting on the other side. Support for him is now coming up in the form of Derke, but, well, now Derke needs some support of his own. His teammate is gone.
Yeah, swinging as a pack here, working wonderfully for FUT to start this out. Damage traded, Sayonara desperately low, but Sheriff in hand. Oh, he's going to be denied by the smoke. They'll wait a while for Jamppi to finish his flank around, and all the while, yetujey has spent the last minute staring at this wall, watching paint dry, and he's being cleared. Oh, he's going to be so frustrated! He got baited by the orb going up and swung by Chronicle. It's a good start. Sayonara is still in danger being so low, and now Jamppi's joining him, but the picks are finding their ways into the pockets of Vitality. A spam that almost connects onto the last man Sop. A triple won't be enough.
To improve and play against teams like this, other teams I don't think do as well against it. And while maybe in this round it's going to be more of the same, that's what other teams have to deal with. Sociable swinging into an angle, and a nice shot from Sop as well. Of course, this is the bonus. Expectations are that the attack side would take this one. The only question now is, can Sayonara make it costly? No.
Aç Dogo, aç
Rampa sol
Dogo.
bakıyorum.
Yürüyorum ben de.
Bol açsana yürek.
2 daha bir, 2 daha bir, 2 daha bir. Daha ya
Hayır,
oynayın.
bir ben bir tane.
Rampa sol olur.
Heaven'da gel.
Side push. Go.
A koştum. Rampadan beni geçirmeye
CT'yi
çalışıyor.
alalım ya.
Ben yardıma geldim.
Heaven'a flash sallıyorum şöyle.
Efe dikkat et, holdluyor olabilir.
Denedim buraya.
Gel.
Koştum. Heaven'a bakacağım.
CT geldi.
Heaven
Heal
Heaven çıkar.
alırsın, heal.
Artam yürümüş. 2 rampa.
Bakacağım ona. Heaven'a pikledim.
Last player standing.
2 CT, 2 rampa. Enti.
Well, try as they might to take those. He was in the toilet.
He's not ready? Ah.
Wasn't ready to rumble.
I guess
Amateur.
we'll finish the game. Even though
Amateur
Bambino
round out
said it's
here.
over.
Chronicle there for one, but, well, FUT at least trading out, getting boots on the ground to the A side as well. This isn't looking too bad. Run it back online for Jamppi, though. That's certainly one way for Vitality to try to fight back through. And as soon as they hear the tap, that's when the ult's going to be popped. Jamppi running it down. Molly on the left and the flash out, looking for this fight onto sociablE. And that's the advantage claimed. All that he wanted. They can now group up and look to leverage the numbers in their favor. Instead, FUT will play this high-low inside the elbow. It's not a bad idea. And there's a gap in that Phoenix wall.
Spams could cause them issues, though.
Last player standing.
And the second player reveals his hand a little bit too
Stop.
soon. Because it really is needed in this round. It's necessary. Plant will be in. Rotation in thick and fast. So basically just playing the backline, but nobody is coming from that direction. Maybe not wanting to give over the isolated fight. Zeus a couple away from that showstopper, but there needs to be a lot happening before he can put that into play. And they've already got rid of Sol. Dealt with him immediately. Zeus on the corner, flashed up Jamppi's utility, catching everybody, but the trade's back thick and fast. Instead, it's the same hero as last time out. KROSTALY steps up to the plate, leaves it down to just PROFEK. His opponent low on HP, but
Six more. No room for errors. The Viper's pit's activated. It's a big error. They've challenged Chronicle. And they have not come up with anything. Look at this as well. Derke has just seen the barrel. Did he realize? Well, if he didn't realize, he certainly knows
definitely
now.
has Yeah. And the other player's still within the pit. They don't really need to fight yet.
Rope.
I kind of want him to jump down, but it would be very
Against
silly.
the judge. I would
It
be
would be
angry
silly,
if he does.
but if anyone was going to make that work, it would be sociablE.
He's been taking so
Now,
many risks.
yetujey will get Viper's Pit from this. That's the one danger in this round, but they're going to try and get him fast. They're going to move in on it. Vitality been so aware of those ultimates, but the spam not working out. KROSTALY, the bodyguard, bought some time, but not enough time.
They
And
know
speaking
he's
of time, it
muzzle
has to be the sprint who's ending this